Hi, I'm from European Union. I discovered that the Big Bang is false. In this video, I want to talk about how you cannot see an object that has 3000 light years span. Okay, so I discovered the Big Bang is false. This implies many things, and many things will fall if you discover this. But in this video, I want to talk about Carina Nebula. The James Webb Space Telescope that was sent a greater distance than the moon will make the first pictures of this nebula, Carina Nebula. And I will comment all these first pictures of the James Webb Telescope. Okay, so for now there exist these pictures made from Hubble Space Telescope. Okay, so they promise that the new telescope will see 100 times better than Hubble. Let's hope that this is true. Okay, and because it is in my interest even that I hope that someday they will see what I'm telling, that our galaxy is shorter and has only 26 billion kilometers. So now I want to talk about the Carina Nebula, okay? These clouds. Carina Nebula, there's a group of clouds that have 3000 light years a span, okay? That's why I put this t-shirt, okay? I will explain to you, like this is the cloud, Carina cloud. From the Carina Nebula, there are many clouds included. One of them, they say, that has a nice form, that has 2 light years. Only 2 light years, like like this, two light years, okay? So, and this region is in our galaxy, and it is 7,000 light years away from us. Okay, so the distance is in light years. Okay, so 3,000 the entire group light years, and distance from us 7,500 years away from us. Okay, so now I want to tell you that you cannot see an object that has 3,000 light years. You cannot see 2 light years, and you cannot see. I will explain it to you like this. If I have had 3,000 years, like I have 42, okay? If I had 3,000 years, I can film myself now in this present, but I film this present. I have like age 3,000 years, okay? But I film this present, like my face now. I have 42 years, but I'm not filming only this present. I'm not filming all my years, my child years, and things like this. I will explain to you now, like in a easy way, why you could not make a picture at an object that has 2 light years, 3, 4, 5 light years, or 3,000 in this case, the entire group of Carina clouds. Okay. So why you could not make a picture? A picture makes a function, a mathematical function, bijective, surjective, and injective function. They're only known functions in mathematics. Okay, so that what to explain to you this camera where I'm filming makes a function between these real objects. I'm going to tell you this has, I don't know, like 20-30 centimeters. I'm from Europe. I speak in European units of measurements, okay? So 30 centimeters, let's say, okay? You can understand that it is not 30 centimeters on that camera, okay? So what it does, it makes a copy in a bijective function, and it put it in a frame, a small frame, and it diminishes the whole of objects, okay? This object has a few centimeters, but it makes a small picture, okay, like in a bijective function, okay? So now understand the eye does the same. The light travels, it is a long argument, but you must listen. It is an argument, a logical argument. I will demonstrate that you cannot film an object that has 3,000 light years across, okay? Scientifically, I explain to you what light does, and you cannot do this, okay? This is science, not what they are lying on the internet. And this is, if you understand this, you understand why the galaxies could not be 1,000 years across. It is the same explanation. So the James Webb will film the Carina, okay? Carina, they say they have old group like 3,000 light years and 2 light years, okay? Now understand that the light surrounds the Earth 7.5 times a second, 300,000 kilometers per second, the speed of light, and circle the Earth in 7 times in a second, 7.5 times in a second, okay? So now if you want to make a picture of Earth in a second, any part of the Earth from orbit, any part of the Earth will reach at you in under a second, and you could make this picture of the entire Earth, okay? But it is not the same case if you want to make a picture at an object. The Earth has only a circumference of 14,000 kilometers, or with a radius of 1,200 kilometers, okay? But if you have an object that has 1,000 years, like you say that galaxies are in a media, like the galaxy has 1,000 years in circumference, okay, in diameter, 1,000 years in diameter. They say that a galaxy it is. So you could not make a picture at Carina Nebula, because the light will not make a small picture like on Earth, because the entire Earth will be surrounded by light 7 times in a second. But an object that has 3,000 light years span, you cannot make the same thing. Why? Because two things. There will be a temporal flux. It is not a single point when you can put a camera in a present. What present? Let me tell you in another way this. If you make a isosceles triangle, you can put the camera here in the point of isosceles triangle, or equilateral, okay? So if this object had 3,000 light years, this point will reach here in the same time like this point, if it is an isosceles triangle or equilateral. But now if you think on a triangle that it is not isosceles and it is like 90 degrees triangle, okay, you have the law of cut. This will be the sum of the hypotenuses, okay? The catheta in this triangle of 90 degrees will be the double, the sum of the square of the hypotenuse, okay? So the light coming from here to this point and the light coming from this in a hypotenuse will reach this point in different times. The speed of light is invariant, okay? So if these objects will have 3000 light years in a span, from this part you have the light that it comes in a cathode 300,000 kilometers per second. This line will be the catheta, okay? The square root, this is the sum of these two, okay? If it is the square, it is 90 degrees here, okay? So if you are here, this one will be smaller than this one, and you will have a picture that is made from two temporal times, different temporal times, okay? This will be in a different temporal time. This back of the object that has 3000 light years will be in different temporal time with this one. Even from absurdity, if you could make the picture, it will be a picture made an object with temporal difference. But you cannot, you will see a blur, okay? You are tricked because the objects on Earth are small, like this, are small, and the light travels 7.5 times surrounding the Earth, the entire Earth. And you could make a function bijective, surjective, or injective, okay, in a lens to copy the object, to put it smaller even, okay, in that picture. Myself and the entire chamber with a bijective function put in a square, okay? But if you had the 3000 light years span across this kind of object, or even a galaxy that you say that has 1000 light years, you could not make the same because anywhere you will put the camera, you will have a temporal flux, okay? You will film from different temporal parts. It's like I want to film myself now, and I film myself at different ages. I have 32 years, okay? So I film myself now, but in different temporal ages. Like I have 12, 13, 20 years, and okay, the same with this galaxy. It is being like 3000 light years. It is in a span of 3000 light years, in years. A galaxy having 1000 years, it is 1000 years, temporal years, okay? So from this back of the end, it will be a different, and you put the camera where, okay? You make some triangles. Anywhere you put the camera, here, you will have different points of present on a temporal flux, if you understand. And you'll not film the galaxy how it is in a present of the galactic present, or this Carina Nebula, okay? You will film it in different temporal positions. So I affirm that you could not film it. It will be a blur and you cannot film it. The light diminishes with distance. This is where I'm telling you always. With a square function with distance, the light decreases. So to understand this, you see this object decreases with distance until it will be a point and it will disappear in a camera. The same if you had this object, okay? So you could not see an object from 5,000 light years away from us. You can calculate the bigger luminosity on a sphere, and no matter that the luminosity will be maximum, it will diminish, the luminosity will diminish with distance and will disappear in a point. And you, from this reason also, you could not film an object from that distance, 7,500 light years away from you. So you could not film that object is smaller than you think, smaller than you think. Okay, another thing about light, okay, the light scatters and absorbed, okay. The light has all the vectors. What does this mean? Okay, you see that light bulbs emit light in all the directions, and the light does not throw out a picture in all the directions, a small picture in all the directions, like from this object in all the direction, vectorial or direction in a sphere. This object will throw away a picture, a small picture in all the directions. It will not do this, okay. You do not know what light is. That's why you are tricked on the entire earth. The light does not make strange things. Look, that's my guitar, okay. The same thing diminishes with distance. Look what small it appears, okay, and you know that it is an entire guitar, okay. So that guitar does not throw the picture in all the directions, in all 3D directions, like you will see the front of the guitar, like in that way. You can make this because the light in a small distance, okay, it will make this function, okay. It will do like exactly like in a lens, concentrate the light on this camera and will make a picture like this. But the light has the property, okay, this light to all the vectors, spherical vectors, okay, and this will be a star. It will not throw a picture at any vectorial distance in a sphere. Like you could make a copy of this Carina cloud. This is what I'm telling you, okay. It will not throw a small picture in all the directions. This Carina cloud had 2 light years, like this is given from here, and like this, I don't know. It will not make a small picture only in a distance like this, when it will disappear. So this demonstrates that Carina is closer than 7,000 light years away from us, okay. Is smaller, is closer to us than this distance. So the light scatters and diminishes with distance. A picture, it is not making a picture in all directions, small pictures to come to us, okay. The light has all the vectors, and you must have a sufficient quantity. You cannot film in other ways a mountain only from some distance. With any given lenses, you cannot film, okay. You cannot film the past. This is wrong, okay. You cannot film the past. Like you say, you are crazy, scientifically crazy, okay. Like I put this camera out and I film myself when I was smaller. You cannot do this, okay. You cannot. So what I'm saying is that Carina, it is closer than you think. And I'm telling you, the real distance is maximum 24 hours with the speed of light. This is why you can have a concrete object, if you understand. You could not have a concrete object with a form. If it will be in temporal flux, you will film the object in different temporal aspects. This part will be in 1,000 years ago, and this part, okay, the light does not make compounding of the vectors, and this object it will have 3,000 light years. It will come the front of the galaxy now and the back after 3,000 light years. If this is the distance of 7,500 light years that you say that is Carina, and the object has 2 light years, you film this object now, and after 2 years it will come the light from the back of the object. You understand? Because the light is not compounding vectorial, and even the Carina will make like this. You will take this light now, and after 2 years the back, and you will film the object himself after 2 years. You will see the light that it is emitted simultaneous in Carina, if you understand, and you could not make a picture.